Assalamu alaikum. This is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Opposition parties aim to destabilize country, comments Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurating Patli Canal re-excavation work in Cox's Bazar. Inaugurating nationwide 25 crore tree plantation program, Prime Minister urges countrymen to plant at least one sapling each. Country's economic diplomacy now directly linked to national economic interests and investment priorities, says Foreign Minister. People from different walks of life in Chattogram expects budget for 2026-27 fiscal year to play a role in restoring economy. US-Iran agreement very close, says Iranian Foreign Minister, as peace agreement may be signed in Geneva tomorrow. And United States make good start beating Paraguay by 4-1. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurated the re-excavation work of the historic Patli Canal in Cox's Bazar today. After arriving in Cox's Bazar from Dhaka, the Prime Minister launched the re-excavation work of the canal at PM Khali Union in Shodor Upazila by cutting soil with a spade. In 1979, then President Ziaur Rahman personally inaugurated the excavation of the canal by cutting earth with a spade. After launching the re-excavation work of Patli Canal, Tariq Rahman planted an almond sapling on the canal bank. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed, Water Resources Minister MD Shahiduddin Chaudhry Ani, State Ministers and local MPs were present on the occasion. After inaugurating the re-excavation work of the Patli Canal, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman addressed a gathering organized on this occasion. In his speech, the Prime Minister said BNP always pursue the people's welfare-oriented politics. He said that so far no prices of essential commodities have increased so far following the budget this year, unlike in the past. Tariq Rahman said taxes on around 60 essential products, including rice, lentils, edible oil and salt, have been withdrawn in the budget so that prices of daily necessities do not rise and people can live well. The Prime Minister said the opposition's objective is not to stand beside the people of the country. Their only goal is to create instability and unrest in the country and mislead people.
প্রয়োজনীয় জিনিসের মূল্য পরের দিনই বৃদ্ধি পায়। আল্লাহর রহমতে আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, শুকর আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, এইবার বাজেট দেওয়ার পরে এখন পর্যন্ত কোনো জিনিসের দাম বৃদ্ধি পায়নি। কারণ চাল, ডাল, তেল, নুন সব প্রয়োজনীয় যে জিনিসগুলো আছে তার উপরে যে সকল ট্যাক্স ছিল, বর্তমান সরকার এই 2 দিন আগের বাজেটে 60টি পণ্যের উপর থেকে ট্যাক্স তুলে নিয়েছে, যাতে করে নিত্য প্রয়োজনীয় জিনিসের দাম না বাড়ে। প্রিয় ভাই বোনেরা, কারণ উদ্দেশ্য একটি, লক্ষ্য একটি, দেশের মানুষ যাতে ভালো থাকতে পারে। আমরা এই দেশের মানুষের চিকিৎসার ব্যবস্থা ঘরে ঘরে পৌঁছে দিতে চাই। মানুষ যাতে চিকিৎসা সুবিধা পায়, মানুষ যাতে স্বল্প মূল্যে ওষুধ পেতে পারে, তার জন্য আমরা ব্যবস্থা গ্রহণ করছি। এবং সেই জন্যই অনেকগুলো চিকিৎসা ব্যবস্থার অনেকগুলোর উপরে আগের সরকারগুলো ট্যাক্স রেখে গিয়েছিল, ভ্যাট দিয়ে গিয়েছিল, আমরা সেই ট্যাক্সগুলো আমরা উঠিয়ে নিয়েছি। বিরোধী দল দেখলাম বলছে যে এই বাজেট তারা মানে না, গণবিরোধী বাজেট মানে না। যেই বাজেটে ট্যাক্স কমানো হয় সেই বাজেটও বিরোধী দল মানে না। যেই বাজেটে মদের দাম বাড়ানো হয়, যেই বাজেটে সিগারেটের দাম বাড়ানো হয়, সেই বাজেটও বিরোধী দলের পছন্দ নয়। তাদের লক্ষ্য বা উদ্দেশ্য দেশের মানুষের পাশে দাঁড়ানো নয়, তাদের উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, তাদের লক্ষ্য একটাই, সেটা হচ্ছে দেশের মধ্যে একটি অস্থিতিশীলতা, অশান্তি তৈরি করা, মানুষকে বিভ্রান্ত করা। আমাদের রাজনীতি হচ্ছে এই বাংলাদেশের জন্য, আমাদের রাজনীতি হচ্ছে এই বাংলাদেশের মানুষের জন্য। আমাদের সাথে জনগণের সমর্থন আছে বলেই যতক্ষণ আমাদের এই ধরে প্রাণ থাকবে আমরা ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত এই দেশ এবং এই দেশের মানুষের জন্যই কাজ করে যাব এবং এই কাজের মাধ্যমেই আমরা চেষ্টা করব সর্বোচ্চ শক্তিতে ইনশাআল্লাহ চেষ্টা করব এই দেশের ভাগ্যের পরিবর্তন করার জন্য, এই দেশের মানুষের ভাগ্যের পরিবর্তন করার জন্য। কারণ এই দেশই হচ্ছে বিএনপির প্রথম ঠিকানা, এই দেশই হচ্ছে বিএনপির শেষ ঠিকানা।
Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed, Water Resources Minister MD Shahiduddin Chaudhry Annie, State Minister Farhad Hussain Azad and local MPs Lutfur Rahman Kajol spoke on the occasion. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has inaugurated the nationwide 25 crore tree plantation program in the next 5 years. The Prime Minister launched the tree plantation program by planting saplings in the Malumghat Reserve Forest in Cox's Bazar. He planted saplings of different species there. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman was apprised of various aspects of the tree plantation program. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Abdul Awal Mintu, State Minister Sheikh Faridul Islam, State Minister for LGRD Mir Shah Alam and others were present on the occasion. Inaugurating the tree plantation program, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman urged everyone to plant a sapling so that the next generation can breathe in pollution-free atmosphere.
আমাদের লক্ষ্য থাকবে বছরে অন্তত ইনশাআল্লাহ আল্লাহর রহমতে 5 কোটি গাছ লাগানোর। আগামী 5 বছরে 25 কোটি গাছ চারা রোপণ করব আমরা। আপনার সন্তানের ভবিষ্যতের কথা চিন্তা করে আপনার সন্তান যেন একটি সুন্দর পরিবেশে বুক ভরে শ্বাস নিতে পারে, সেই বিষয়টি মাথায় রেখে আজকে থেকে প্রত্যেকে যার যেখানে পক্ষে সম্ভব সেখানে একটি করে বৃক্ষের চারা রোপণ করবেন। আমরা যদি এই বৃক্ষরোপণ অভিযানকে সফল করতে পারি, আগামী দিনে আমাদের ভবিষ্যৎ প্রজন্ম একটি হলেও বুক ভরে পরিষ্কার শ্বাস নিতে পারবে। আসুন আমরা আমাদের ভবিষ্যৎ প্রজন্মকে একটি নিশ্চয়তা দেই, সুন্দর একটি পরিষ্কার দূষণমুক্ত বায়ু যাতে করে তারা শ্বাসের সাথে নিতে পারে। এখানে খুব সম্ভবত বিভিন্ন জেলার প্রশাসকবৃন্দ আপনারা হয়তো এখানে সংযুক্ত আছেন এই অনুষ্ঠানে। আপনাদের সকলের কাছে আমার নির্দেশনা থাকবে যে আপনার স্বস্ব এলাকায় আপনার জেলাকে সুন্দর সবুজ অভয়ারণ্য করার জন্য যে সকল উদ্যোগ প্রয়োজন দয়া করে সেই উদ্যোগ আপনি গ্রহণ করবেন।
National Parliament Speaker Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram has said that the effective role of social organizations is necessary for the development of society and the state. He made the remarks today at the inauguration ceremony of the 39th Annual Multiple District Convention 2026 of the service organization Lions International held at a hotel in the capital. The speaker said that alongside government initiatives, social organizations must also play a responsible role in ensuring sustainable development. He said that organizations like Lions International are making significant contributions to the welfare of underprivileged people and the promotion of humanitarian values in society. At the event, he praised the various humanitarian and service-oriented activities of Lions International and called on more people to become involved in social welfare initiatives. A high-level international conference was held in the capital today to determine Bangladesh's future roadmap for trade, investment and economic diplomacy. The conference, titled Roadmap for Trade, Growth and Economic Diplomacy, Conference 2026, was organized to explore new pathways for growth and address risks arising from the changing realities of the global economy. The conference was jointly organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Bangladesh Investment Development Authority (BIDA). It was attended by ministers and advisors from various ministers, ambassadors from different countries, representatives of international development organizations, multinational companies and business leaders. The conference was inaugurated by Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman. He said that Bangladesh's economic diplomacy is now directly linked to the country's national economic interests and investment priorities. At the conference, BIDA Executive Chairman Chaudhry Ashik Mahmood bin Harun highlighted Bangladesh's investment potential, ongoing reforms, and new opportunities for international partners. Local Government Minister and BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir also addressed the conference. He called on foreign investors to invest in Bangladesh to further accelerate the country's economic progress. During the first plenary session of the day-long conference titled The Policy Compass, discussions focused on economic diplomacy, market expansion, LDC graduation, and creating an investment-friendly environment. Participants included State Minister for Foreign Affairs Shongbad Islam and the Prime Minister's Advisor on Foreign Affairs Humayun Kabir and Advisor on Education, Expatriates, Welfare, Labor and Employment Dr. Mahdi Amin. The second session, Capital for Growth, was led by Finance Minister Amir Khosrow Mahmood Chaudhry and focused on financing reforms, ease of doing business, digital financial infrastructure and strategies for attracting foreign investment. The third session, The New Stage, highlighted artificial intelligence, creative industries and sports as new drivers of future economic growth. Representatives from international organizations including the World Bank, ADB, AIIB, IDB and the IMF also participated in the conference. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zohiruddin Shapon has said that just as fascism was removed by breaking the artificial polarization between pro- and anti-independence forces, any artificial narrative will likewise be resisted. He made the remarks today at a discussion titled Implementation of the Signed July Charter for Nation Building, organized by the Amra Bangladeshi at the Diploma Engineers Institute in the capital. The discussion was chaired by the organization's convener Saeed Ehsanul Huda. Among those who spoke at the event, they were noted economist Mahbubullah, State Minister for Expatriates, Welfare and Overseas Employment Nurul Haq Noor, Member of Parliament Shahadat Hussain Salim and General Secretary of the Biplobi Workers' Party Saiful Haq, among others. At the discussion, State Minister Nurul Haq Noor said that in any crisis or situation, solutions should be reached through discussions between the government and the opposition in Parliament. The Information and Broadcasting Minister also said that any calls for unity from those who do not want the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation (SAARC) to be effective will be viewed with suspicion. People from different walks of life have applauded the budget for the 2026-27 fiscal year and hoped that the budget for the next fiscal year will play a role in restoring the economy. The biggest relief for the mass people is that this budget has not increased the burden on them. Many people call this budget ambitious, but they say that if the budget is implemented, it will bring benefits. Mass people said they do not understand the budget. They want the prices of daily commodities to be within reach and people's income to increase. People from different walks of life said if the revenue income increases, the implementation of various projects will be effective for the government. As there are many expectations centering the budget, there are also many questions. Now it remains to be seen how effectively the government can implement the announced plans and how much of its benefits reach the common people. The ability to implement it will determine how successful this budget will be. A divisional rally of 11-party alliance has been held in the afternoon in Chattogram. Jamaat-e-Islami Amir and opposition leader in Jatiya Shongshad Dr. Shafiqur Rahman was the chief guest at the rally held at the city's Laldigi Maidan. Jamaat-e-Islami Assistant Secretary General Muhammad Shah Jahan presided over the meeting, while NCP convener and opposition chief whip Nahid Islam, LDP President Colonel Retired Oli Ahmed Bir Bikram, Bangladesh Khilafat Khilafat Majlis Amir Mamunul Haq, Naibe Amir Shakawat Hussain, Jamaate Islami Naibe Amir ANM Shamsul Islam, Labour Party Chairman Mustafizur Rahman Iran, Jamaate Islami Assistant Secretary General AHM Hamidur Rahman Azad, Development Party Chairman Advocate Anwarul Islam, AB Party General Secretary Barrister Asaduzzaman Fuad, Nizami Islam Party Secretary General Azizul Haq Islamabadi, JAKPA Vice President Rashid Pradhan and other central and local leaders of the 11-party alliance addressed the rally. The speakers called for the implementation of the July Charter. Now, international news. Iran's Foreign Minister Sayed Abbas Araghchi said a deal with the US to end fighting in Iran is close and includes reopening the Strait of Hormuz. He said to the state TV that the deal also includes the lifting of a US blockade of Iran, but that talks on Iran's nuclear program would begin later. US officials have confirmed some of the details of the agreement, saying economic benefits for Iran would depend on Tehran meeting its obligations. The war began with US and Israeli strikes across Iran on 28 February, prompting Iran to attack Israel and US allied states in the Gulf, as well as effectively closing the Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping route for the world's oil and liquefied natural gas. The death toll from a powerful earthquake that struck the southern Philippines earlier this week has risen to 61, as search and rescue teams continued operations in the hardest hit areas of Mindanao. The Office of Civil Defense (OCD) said deaths increased after additional bodies were recovered in affected areas. The GMA News broadcaster said 33 people are missing while 1,221 have been injured. Authorities indicated that search, rescue and retrieval operations are ongoing as emergency crews continue to look for survivors and recover victims trapped by landslides and collapsed structures. Rescue efforts have been hampered by aftershocks, unstable buildings and damaged roads, making it difficult for aid workers to reach home-affected communities. Initial damage assessments indicate that 8,865 houses were destroyed and 36,691 sustained partial damage. Back to national news. A prayer and Milad Mahfil on the occasion of the first death anniversary of the former co-cultural secretary of the Chattogram Metropolitan Unit BNP Ali Azam was held at the Nasimon Bhavan Mosque after Asr prayer today. Chattogram Metropolitan Unit BNP member secretary Nazimur Rahman was present as the chief guest. Chattogram Metropolitan Unit BNP joint convener Monjur Alam, cultural personality Abdul Manan Rana, Chattogram Metropolitan Jazas Member Secretary Mamunur Rashid Shipon, Joint Convener Sheikh Jamil Hussain Khondokar Saiful Islam, Saeed Ziauddin, Jazas Leader Mohiuddin Jewel, SM Tariq and various leaders and activists offered prayers seeking forgiveness of the departed soul.